Hey guys, this is gonna be a deep and meaningful video, which is a bit different from my other videos, which is rants and random gameplays. This one's gonna be about parents and how us as children interact with our parents. And I'm not trying to be a smart bitch here and tell you how to interact with yours, because circumstances are different with every freaking family, and so I can't just sit here and assume. So don't think of this as I don't know, being really presumptuous of me, or I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but I'm going to voice my opinion on parents and how we interact with our parents. And the main idea for me is that parents are human beings as well, and I don't know what age we kind of learn this. And I know from my own friends and stuff, and family friends, a lot of people sometimes still in their 40s, my auntie and uncles and stuff, they tell me that when they reached 40, they finally realized and appreciated their parents and things like that. Now, again, I'm not saying that all parents are like angels, and I know this from my own freaking personal experience, that but the thing is, you can't just say because parents are adults too, and not all adults are angels. And if you think about it that way, that sounds normal, right? That not every person is an angel, and not every person is perfect. But when we think of parents, it's parents have to do their job. Parents have to, be constantly there for their kids and understand their kids completely and everything. And it's already there's some sort of, would it be a fallacy there? It's a belief that's been, kind of endorsed, but it's not really how it's meant to be. We're not meant to think of our parents as complete angels that have a manual where they know how to respond to when children act like this, and they know how to what are they gonna do? I've seen that in movies. I need to ground my teenager, or something like that. Parents don't know, and themselves have their own attitudes and opinions that cause them to react to you and your behaviors in certain ways. Just the way that we try to justify our own actions when we offend a friend, or we're having an argument with a friend, and we try to justify our own actions and the reasons for... I'm sorry, I'm sniffing. But we try to justify our own actions and say that, or our own opinions. And, well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm so into, justifying myself. But yeah, just like that, parents do that as well. But sometimes they don't bother to go into detail and tell you what happened 20 years ago to make them feel this way, or do this certain thing to you. So they kind of go, oh, because I said so. Or maybe they just won't tell you at all. If you're just why'd you do that to me? And then they're just gonna be because I said so. Or something like that. But they do have their reasons. And we have to understand that as kids, we have to understand that sometimes, and I'm not saying kids, I know there's adults out there, but I mean children, offspring, if you want to be more, as offsprings, we need to have a certain line of understanding. We need to consider it a bit that they are adults, they have had their own experiences, and they're older than us. Well, they should be, that's logical. Yeah, they should be older than us, and so they've had more time for more experience, and more, maybe more misfortunes in their life, or more fortunes, who knows. And then it affects the way they treat us, and they don't just not every parent is the same. I think that what I'm trying to say is like, don't kind of look at it as like, oh, why isn't my dad like that dad? Because he should be like, what do you call it? Really like strong and working like his ass off and like being really lovey-dovey with mom, and he should be, I don't know, fuck knows, like strict with me, like my friend's parent or something, like. Just because, like, okay, I'm gonna go personal here, but like, for instance, my dad, the times when I had experiences with him as a father, he was, you know, funny, calm, that's not the right word, like, he was just always very outgoing and funny, and like, he would always just make jokes about like the most fucking sensitive things ever, and he was just so like lively, you know, and like he'd make fun of everything, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's really bad, but you know, sometimes when I was a kid, I always thought to myself, why isn't he strict like my friend's dad? Like, why isn't he like, you know, setting me in line, or like saying you can't have boys over or something like that? Like, because see, it doesn't always have to be, why is this piece of, it doesn't always have to be the other way around, which is like, why isn't my dad loose and funny? Why is he strict and doesn't let me have guy friends? Like, telling you from my own personal experience, I wonder why my dad isn't strict on me. I wonder why my dad isn't placing rules and regulations on me. I wonder why he never disciplined me properly. I wonder a lot of things, and so don't always think that it's like one way or the other, like, I mean, one way and not the other, because there's also another side, and that's my side, where I am thinking why my dad is not, you know, like a generic father that like goes to like the boyfriend and says, are you a virgin son, or like with a shotgun or something, you know what I mean? Like, I have always longed for a father who was strict, or like had a hard, solid head, you know, and like, I mean, I never had that kind of dad, and again, like, he has his own reasons for being like that. He has had much more life than me. I mean, he's 40 years old now. That's not that much of a life before me. I mean, I know, like, he's quite young for a parent of a 19-year-old this year, but like, honestly, he's the way he is because of things that happened in his life, and so are your parents. They're the way they are because of things that's happened in their life, and they may not always tell you, but my god, like, we need to stop. They're just human beings. Like, I know I'm not gonna be a hypocrite here, because I honestly am always like at it at my parents. Like, I'm always like, why aren't you like this? I mean, I might not exactly tell them all the time, but I'm always just like, why aren't they like this, like, or blah blah blah. But like, I understand because they're adults. I don't say, why isn't my parent like this? It's more of like, why, you know, as an adult, why aren't they like this or something like that? And then I try to figure out why before I just bombard them with like insults or something. Like, you know, it's all in my mind, and like, oh, I'm crazy. Yeah, but anyway, like, I'm always thinking in my mind, like, maybe because this happened or something like that, which is how like we interact with everybody in like in the world anyway, right? Like, I mean, I know, like, it's hard to do. Like, we don't just look at someone who's selfish and go, oh, you know, it's not every day that, like, we meet someone who's selfish and go, oh, that's okay. Maybe it's because, like, most of their life they were treated unfairly, so now they're being selfish because they think it's time to think about themselves. And it's not every day we can do that, or it's not every day, like, we're, like, lining up, I don't know, at a cafe for coffee and someone cuts in or something, and then we're just like, oh, that's okay. Maybe they had a life where, like, they were always in lines and they were bullied because people used to, I don't know. That's getting really complicated now. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, usually we'd be like, fuck you, bitch, get the fuck out the way. Or like, if someone's being selfish, we're like, fuck you, I don't need you in my life. YOLO, swag. That wasn't necessary. But do you know what I mean? It's not every day that we can step back and look back, but we should, because these guys are our parents. These are our moms or dads, or our moms and moms, or our dads and dads. It doesn't matter. And they're human beings too. And we love them, right? Like, they raised us. Even if some of them did a shit job, but they raised us. And that's what's important. Because I don't have time to raise someone, and knowing me, if I had to raise myself, oh my god, I'll punch myself in the face. I mean, I'll punch, like, me in the face. If that makes sense. I'll just bitch slap myself every day and be like, woman, get in line. Yeah, anyway, do you know what I mean? So, don't be so hard on your parents. As parents. I mean, as adults, you can, like, criticize them for being the way they are. But I mean, like, as parents, don't kind of go, you're not a perfect parent. Because, like, that hurts, man. Like, if my kid said that to me, I'd be like, dude, like, I was your age too, I fucked up. And, like, I don't know how to freaking raise you. Like, I'm trying to learn as it goes. I don't have a fucking book that tells me. You know, so call me titties. I wouldn't say that, but you know, in a different way. I'm ending it here because it's already 11 minutes. Okay, bye-bye.